Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen and people of all StarCraft races. My name is Penguin,
My name is Sean.
and we are going to be back on Daybreak for the fourth and final time for this round, where we are going to be seeing what looks like a pretty awesome matchup between Complexity's coLgoswser. Thank you, Day9, for teaching me how to pronounce that name. He will be the red Zerg spawning in the top right spawn location, and who do we have as his opponent, Sean?
We have from the, from the throes of
Chile.
somewhere,
Chile.
yeah, Chile. From the throes of Chile, it is Dignitas' killer of the Latin American stuff. So, it's going to be ZVZ, one of my least favorite matchups in StarCraft 2. In fact, it's one of the 6 worst matchups in StarCraft 2. That is actually a confirmed fact. And yeah, these are two unbelievably good players. Goswser. His name's Goswser. No, it's coLgoswser of Complexity. Recently did join Complexity, and he will be playing. Let's just hope that killer. In fact, yes, killer did not 7-pull, so no rage for coLgoswser.
Yeah, coLgoswser, of course, has been the victim of many Destiny 7 pulls in his time. But this is where we are going to be seeing a 15 pool coming out of coLgoswser. Killer's looking poised to take hatch first. 15 hatch coming from killer, and well, this is gearing up to be a bit of a more macro-oriented game. Of course, coLgoswser is taking gas. He's looking like he'll probably go for a speedling opening, and that could do pretty terrible damage to killer if he decides to play really greedy. But he has grabbed gas himself, and we can assume he'll get a pool within seconds. And there's his pool. It is really safe, even though this is a 2-player spawn map. It's a pretty safe map to go hatch first, simply because the rush distance is so long. You have to weave in and out. You're going to be seeing a hatchery going down for coLgoswser as well. But just to show everyone, even though we've seen a ton of games on this map already, you have to go down here, and then there's a bunch of ways you can run, but without knocking down these destructible debris in the middle, it takes forever to get to your opponent's base.
Indeed it does. It is quite a bit of a detour when you don't have those destructible debris to break through, or rather when you do have those destructible debris to break through. But at the same time, I just like I've always shied towards 14 gas, 14 pull opening in ZVZ no matter what map I'm on, simply because it's just so good. It's so safe. And you can punish so many things. Like if your opponent tries to 10 pull to block a 15 hatch, which if you 10 pull, it's going to kill a 15 hatch.
But Sean, what about the 10 pool fast expand?
The 10 pool fast expand will not kill a 15 hatch.
I have seen 10 pool fast expand so many times recently, and I do not understand it.
Yeah, I don't know, like, there's so many things that destroy a 10-pull fast expand. But
I mean, it's probably the worst build I can think of, except for maybe a 6-pull fast expand. And anyway, coLgoswser's hatchery is up, which means killer's has been up for quite a long time. coLgoswser dropping the semicolon, and heh. So,
which 2 semicolons equal a colon, and you know that's somebody who's gonna get a transplant.
Just no. So many times no. So many times no, Sean.
And yeah, the Overlord spread looking great. Oh my goodness, man. I just love to see good Overlord spread. There's nothing really special about this Overlord spread except for that the Overlords look almost exactly the same. But you know what? There's nothing much else to talk about. So, the speed going down for coLgoswser and not choosing to kill the Ling, leaving it to his queen.
Well, you will be able to get into the main with that oh no, he won't. He'll be killed at the top of the ramp.
Yes.
Speed is going to be finishing up for killer just about now. Baneling Nest going down for killer. Not so much for coLgoswser. Actually, no, they're finally one going down for coLgoswser as well. Both of the players are playing very passively at the moment. Killer does have a pretty large number of Lings. Going to be running into the main. This is more of a scouting party than anything. We'll be able to see the Baneling Nest is only about halfway done, and he may even be able to snipe a couple of... No, he's going to opt to try to get out with his life. And he's going to be running around, just sort of doing a little bit of harassment. Will lose 1 Ling, but not at all a bad price to play.
I love the spine crawler placement from coLgoswser. This is perfect because it covers this little choke into the natural middle line, so you can focus down those banelings, and you also have like it also maximizes the time you have to kill the banelings while they're moving up the ramp. You can actually focus down a baneling as far as up to like the top of the ramp, and then after that you're pretty much screwed. But if you get it before that point, you're in good shape. So I really like that spine collar placement.
Definitely, Lair is going down for killer. Both players droning very hard. We are seeing 45 to, well, you can just see that they're very even, and they're both continuing to drone up very hard. Very nice baneling hit for killer. Going to take out quite a few lings of Gosu users there. And no scout for Gosu user. There's nothing really all that sneaky going on in killer's base. Gosu user himself going to be getting his lair. He seems a little bit behind on his tech and on basically all the tech that he's done so far this game. And Evo Chamber is going to be going up the front for killer, and I do really like this. This minimizes the area that the lings can run through. Forces them to run a little bit around, and so ling run bys are significantly impaired. And killer is going to be grabbing a third.
Yes, indeed. killER will be getting his third, and I think I'm hoping to see these roach warrens get used. I'm really hoping to see those roach warrens get used, and the infestation pit going down for killER. I really want to see roach warrens used, because I just hate ling bling ZVZs, because they just go any which way. I just feel like roach infester ZVZ and mutiling ZVZ is just a lot more. Even Mutant Infester Ling CPC, it's a lot more like you lose and you know exactly why you lost. With Ling Bling, it's just sort of like I had the game won and then I lost.
Yeah.
It's just like that. You just like it's basically like Idra ZVT. You get really far ahead and then you're done.
killER is going to be able to deny Gosu users expansion for a little while. His own third base is almost finished, and there is a little lone baneling here. Going to be taking a couple of hits from that Ling. Ling will probably be able to deal with that baneling fairly easily. Nope, he will be able to save it with 2 health left on the baneling. Nice play by killER, but Ghost User is now going to be able to get a couple of lings into the... No, he's going to be able to run home. Nice play by killER. Going to be surrounding those lings, cutting them off from going home, and that will spell the end of those lings' lives.
Oh, no. Indeed, didn't even have to use those banelings, and yeah, I'll make little clips, but you know, I hope anyone who knows me knows that Idra is actually one of my absolute favorite players. So I have absolutely no harsh. Like, he gets a lot of crap for just a couple of isolated incidents, and it's funny, but at the same time, he is very good, and he wins most of this stuff. So
we are going to be seeing killER moving in for an attack here on the third. Going to try to deny it, but there are banelings. He's going to have to micro very well. He's doing very well to avoid those banelings. He doesn't take a single hit. He will be able to get away. It doesn't do all that much damage. But great micro from killER will be able to get out with most of those lings' lives intact. Pathogen glands just finishing up for Gosu user. killER has had them for a while. And glial reconstitution also nearly done for both players. Infestors are on the way. And this is gearing up to be a fairly long macro game. As you said, the Ling Bling is a little. I mean, it's not boring, so to speak, but it's just seen so often that I enjoy seeing something different. And there are a pretty significant number of roaches already on the field for killER. Gosu user doesn't actually have all that. Actually, no. Gosu user has more. Where are they? Oh, there they are. Okay, right under my nose.
I'd really like to see that creep spread get expanded, simply because that is so important with Roach Infester, is to have perfect coverage over your entire base. If you're not going to be going for an attack, your roaches need to be able to get from one base to the other at any point, because a single burrowed infester could kill an entire base if you don't have the creep coverage.
Yes, very true. I do really love killER's Overlord spread. killER's Overlord spread is phenomenal. He does have Overlord speed. And he's also going to be spreading creep wherever those overlords... Well, actually, not with all of them. But it is phenomenal. Look.
That's good.
Switch to the
You
killER
drop creep. You drop creep to deny expansions.
Oh yes, in ZVZ, of course.
Yeah.
No, but if you look at the killER cam, you can see about half the map is covered with his overlords. He has phenomenal map vision. Gosu user not so much. He's just having a little bit of an overlord party over here. But oh, Gosu user is going for an 8 roach drop, and killER will see those overlords coming. The question is whether he knows that that not Pneumatized Carapace, Ventral Sax is done, and this drop is going to be moving into the main, and there's nothing in the main to stop it.
Ain't no party like an Overlord party, because an Overlord party has drops. Bam! That's how you do that. And now he's actually
here we
gonna be
go.
dropping.
Roaches are going to be dropping in near the mineral line, doing a lot of damage. Takes killer a little while to react. He does actually end up killing 4 workers, but that Hydralisk Den is not long for this world.
I love how he starts group spines like as he's losing his Hydralisk Den.
Well, oh, nice fungal going down,
Beautiful
and
fungal.
he will be able to take those out. Ghost actually not opting to drop the. He will finally drop the roaches, but to get the most out of them. But brilliant play by killer to be able to take that out with fungal growth. And it does look like Ghost is going to be moving out across the map with a fairly formidable roach, kinda Hydra, infestor force of his own. And we may be seeing a pretty big engagement here by the Xel'Naga Watchtower. And a couple of roaches are running in, and phenomenal fungal going down.
And killer.
And
gonna pull straight back. He knows he can't engage that army. Not even with the perfect fungals. With this few roaches, he's just not gonna be able to do enough damage.
Very true. And Killer does have a significant upgrade lead as well. +2 attacks is just about to finish. He has +1 Carapace already, whereas Gosu is at +2 attacks. Actually, no, they're about to be even. Gosu is behind on the Carapace upgrade, but he does have the attacks upgrade. But Killer looks
he's
like
only getting +1, while his opponent is also not getting +2. So yeah, you're right.
And it looks like this expansion might be denied by Killer now. Those links are going to die. This 4th base for Gosu will go up almost unperturbed. Killer taking his 4th base almost at the exact same time. They will be up almost in tandem. Both players are very close to max, and we are going to be seeing this army moving out. And he is going to be able to... Oh, the engagement is going to come here. He finally engages. Fungal going down. Very nice fungal going down. Phenomenal play. Wow, Gosu with by far better fungals here. But it looks like Killer may just have too much for him to deal with. Or no, there's too many Hydras. There are a ton of Hydras doing
Hydras
damage.
are so good, man.
Hydras are doing phenomenal damage for Gosu, and Killer's actually forced to retreat here. Gosu remaxing almost immediately. And he will continue to chase down some of those troops, and Killer with a pretty bad engagement there. Another drop in his main. Hive is almost done for him, but he has lost several more troops to these roaches. And Ghost has really been using Ventral Sax to the greatest of their effect, and he only lost 4 roaches there, killing actually didn't kill any more workers, but he did get a scout, did get the queen, and did see that Hive is done, something that he hasn't even started yet. He is going to be moving into the 3rd base now. And Spine Crawlers are going to be able to scare him off for a little while.
And I think it takes some fantastic micro to pull off that much.
Great fungal again going down for Gosu, and Killer is just losing to these fungals.
Yeah, but it looks like he is going to get a little bit of pushback.
And he will be able to hold this. And will actually snipe. Looks like he'll snipe 2 infestors. That is not bad at all.
Manages to get that infestor away, I think, and
he will be able to get that 1 infestor away, but that wasn't all that bad for Killer. Ghost got some very nice fungals, but there just weren't enough troops for Ghost and he got a little bit over eager there, I think. Another drop into the main here, and more roaches being dropped.
But is ahead in working supply.
Killer does have roaches ready to deal with that drop as well, and you are right there. Oh, whoa, that's a big drop. 4 Overlords going into the main now, on their way into the main for Gosu. Meanwhile, Killer is going to be moving in towards Gosu's 4th. And,
how do you counter the 4 faster hit squad? The 16 Roach destroy squad.
Definitely, and there are going to be there's 8 roaches here to help Gosu, but there are 3 roaches in the natural doing a little bit of damage. They did get 3 worker kills. Killer was able to kill off that expansion down there though, and that was phenomenal play by Killer to take out that expansion there. Phenomenal fungals going down for Gosu again, and Killer is going to be, looks like he's going to be able to get cleaned up here. More roaches streaming in for Gosu, and he will be able to clean that up. He hasn't actually dropped these. These Overlords are losing a lot of health to his screen.
It was so close. Like he was focusing on.
And here we go. The drop is going in now, and he will be able to take out that queen. And a lot of workers now are going to be at risk.
Yeah, he was so busy defending, he almost lost 2 of his Overlords full of roaches. And ooh, I'm gonna let you catch up there because there was something really cool that just
Whoa,
happened.
nice fungal going down into
Beautiful
the main.
fungal.
And another great fungal, and killer finally getting a couple of good money fungals himself. coLgoswser has been the one who's getting been getting the best fungal growth action himself all game.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I
looks like
guess.
coLgoswser might be able to snipe this little mini force of killers here. Oh, nice fungal going down, but the infestor does die, and ooh, here comes the army from killer, going to be engaging. Nice fungal going down for killer this time, and it looks like he has a much better concave here and should be able to force this attack from coLgoswser back.
Oh, the roaches are clumping though. With one fungal, he can actually get
two
away.
great fungals going down, and he's going to lose a lot of health on those. A 5th base is on the way up for coLgoswser, almost done, and killer doesn't seem to want 5th base just yet.
Yeah, I mean, let's check out the army supply and worker supply at this point. Dead even in workers, but right now, Killer does have the army advantage. I feel like Killer needs to keep engaging, keep denying bases, because that is where his advantage lies, and that's exactly what he's going to be doing. He is heading towards that 4th right now as we speak.
Definitely, Sean, and this 4th is it is still building. It was killed by Killer earlier on. He will force the cancel. And that will delay that by a pretty significant amount of time. And now, of course, they are on 4 base each, but one of coLgoswser's bases is this less saturatable and really vulnerable base up here in the 5th position.
Yes, indeed. And right now, coLgoswser just...
Oh! Spine Crawler for coLgoswser going up in Killer's 4th base, and it's about to finish. We'll be able to finish that Spine Crawler, and he needs to move it in there before the Killer Spine Crawler is finished, and he will be able to burrow that in a pretty nice position. The best offense is a good defense.
Oh man, looks like coLgoswser actually putting a little bit of his Monday experience into practice here, but not going to go to very much. A couple of roaches just going to come and deny that.
We'll be able to almost kill one of the roaches. We'll be able to take out a decent amount of health, but here comes a major engagement here at the 5th. And coLgoswser, nice fungals going down for both players here.
My god, and, it's fungling everything except the infestors for coLgoswser, which is terrible for Killer, because the infestors were just running around freely.
Going to be cleaned up almost completely. He's going to be running home, but the roaches are going to be able to pick up a couple straggling hydras there, and that was a phenomenal engagement for coLgoswser.
Killer, man, what a baller, just somehow always managing to stay ahead in the army supply. He does, some of those units are, of course, making units, but at the same time, just goes to show how amazing his
another great fungal going down, and Killer finally getting the focus that he needs in this game. Great concave for Killer. coLgoswser is engaging a bit over-eagerly here. Will probably lose all of this stuff, and those infestors are not long for this world if they can't get away, but they do
will get away. There's no overseer. Now there's
nearby. But they will.
Now there's no overseer, but I feel like those infestors are back. Oh no! Oh no, he's gonna lose 1, 2.
Where are you? Oh, I see. Okay, here we go. He is gonna be losing a couple of infestors there. 2 of them will go down. Overseer is gonna definitely help. Another one. Four infestors already gone. And that is a huge loss for Killer, and he will probably be able to take out this 5th base expansion as well. The drones do burrow. coLgoswser will be able to deny them killing that until the Overseer gets over there, but the workers are going to be dying very fast here. And there goes that expansion. That expansion is history. More workers, more units going to be streaming into Killer, and Killer can probably. It looks like he might want to push further and try to take out another base.
Now suddenly, I just feel like coLgoswser himself isn't long for this world, because there's just so much stuff killing him.
Yeah, looks like this almost he's gonna be able to 3-shot that expansion. Very quickly dying there. And coLgoswser says he's playing off a different size screen here. And a little bit of sad face there. And Killer gives the crying face. And I think that's the beginning of coLgoswser admitting defeat.
Yeah.
Even though we haven't seen a GG yet. It's now 5 base versus 3 base, and coLgoswser is almost mined out of his natural. He's mined out of his main, and the minerals, they're still pretty good in his 3rd. But
there's only one solution, Stefan. More spine crawlers.
More spine crawlers.
More spine crawlers and
4 Fester squad. That's actually perfect timing with the beats there as the Roach army is moving across the map for Dignitas's Killer. But look at the supply here, 199 to 135. And coLgoswser it's very nice that he's going to engage in the choke here. He's going to try to get the most out of these units. He does have a pretty good concave here, and killer is having a bit of indecisiveness on how he wants to engage. He forces coLgoswser to pull back a little bit, and coLgoswser is actually going for a drop. No, he's not. That was a misclick. But that misclick means that his army is out of position, and the concave is actually still pretty good. Fungal's going down. Not the best Fungals, but I think he just has too many units here.
And oh my god, 3 spines in the main, just going to deny that infestor drop from dKiLLeR.
I totally didn't see that, but I was busy watching the big battle down here. But
no, that's what I meant by 4 fester hit squad. I actually meant 7 fester hit squad.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Yeah.
I love the way it picks up that weak, the low health infestor though. That's really great micro, but it's just not going to be enough to hold off killer. I feel like this game is just going to end pretty soon.
Yeah, those Burrowed Roaches able to regenerate almost all their health here, and that expansion, that is the only mining base that coLgoswser has left, and it is about to go down. killer has played phenomenally, and well, there's no detect. Oh, there is detection. There is an overseer there, but there's just nothing to deal with these Burrowed Roaches.
Yeah, indeed, and that expansion's going to go down.
Burrowed Infestor is going to be running into the natural, but the overseer will allow killer to kill off all of those while he kills the third of coLgoswser, and that should be game. The supply is now at 192 to 70, and coLgoswser fought hard, but it looks like he's going to be seeing an incredibly early exit from this game, and I haven't yet seen the GG, but he's going to be trying to move into the 5th here, doing a little bit of damage, but Spine-Caller there, and yeah, that is the last of coLgoswser's forces, and well, the last roach goes down, and with the last roach going down, coLgoswser GG's. Killer is going to be going on to the 3rd round. coLgoswser taking a very depressingly early exit from this tournament. But we will be moving on to round 3, just as dKiLLeR is in